So students, let us start textbook exercise 1.5. In that, question number 1 is classify the following numbers as rational or irrational. We need to identify or we need to classify whichever number is rational and which number is irrational. So question number 1 is 2 minus root 5. 2 minus root 5. Here 2 is rational number but root 5 is irrational. So we know that rational minus irrational is always irrational number. Question number 2, 3 plus root 23 in the bracket close minus root 23. When we will open this bracket, so it will be 3 plus root 23 minus root 23. So plus root 23 and minus root 23 will get cancelled out. What will remain left? Only root 3 and only 3. So we know that 3 is a rational number. Now question number 3. 2 root 7 divided by 7 root 7. 2 root 7 divided by 7 root 7. Here root 7 will get cancel. So what will remain left? 2 by 7, and 2 by 7 it is p by q form of any number. So that's why it is an rational number. Here 1 by root 2. Again root 2, if we rationalize, then also in numerator it will be root 2 by 2. So as root part will come in the number, so it is irrational number. Here we know that pi is always an irrational number. So this is question number 1. I hope you get it, how to classify rational and irrational. Let us move to question number 2. Here in question number 2, we need to simplify, means we need to multiply two numbers, two terms. In that, question number 1 is 3 plus root 3 bracket close bracket open 2 plus root 2 bracket close. So we need to multiply these two terms. So when we multiply, first 3 will be get multiplied with 2 plus root 2 and then root 3 will get multiplied with 2 plus root 2. So 3 2s are 6, 3 into root 2, 3 root 2, 2 into root 3, 2 root 3 and root 2 into root 2 will be root 6. We have done this kind of question in our Zoom class also. So I know you can perform or you can solve all these questions by your own. Still, I have given you the solution. Here question number 2. Now here question number 2. 3 plus root 3, 3 minus root 3. Again, here identity is forming a plus b, a minus b. So which identity? A square minus b square. So we will directly write 3 square minus root 3 square. So 3 square is equals to 9 and root 3 square is 3. 9 minus 3 is 6. For next two question, you need to solve by your own. And if you find any difficulty, you can refer this solution. So this was question number 2. This kind of question we have already done in our Zoom class. Now question number 3. In question number 3, the question given is recall pi is defined as ratio of circumference of the circle to its diameter. We know that in 8th standard we have studied that circumference of circle is 2 pi r, or we can write pi d. 2 pi r or pi d. So pi is defined as circumference upon diameter, but says that pi is c by d. It seems to contradict that fact that pi is irrational, but we know that pi is an irrational number. So here they have written pi is equals to c by d. Pi is equals to c by d, means p by q form. In p by q form they have written this, and we know that pi is an irrational number. An irrational number cannot be represented in p by q form. So we need to resolve this contradiction, means this is an confusion. So we need to identify what could be the solution for this. Now in the question it is given pi is equals to c by d. it means pi can be written as P by Q form, in P by Q form. This is according to question. And C and D are rational. C and D are, according to question, C and D are rational number. But if we calculate C by D, it will give pi. So C by D gives what? Pi. And we know that pi is an irrational number. So irrational number can never be written in P by Q form. So what can be the condition? What can be the condition for C and D? Here there are two conditions for C and D. Either this C or either this D can be, it means either C or D both are irrational. If both are irrational, then we know that irrational by irrational is irrational. Suppose if C is irrational and D is rational number. So irrational number by rational number is irrational number. Suppose if C is rational number and D is irrational number, then again rational by irrational is irrational, and irrational number divided by irrational is irrational. So this is the solution, that either C or either D, one among them is irrational number, or either both of these are irrational number. Then and then only this condition is possible, that pi is equals to C by D. Okay, let us move to question number 4. We need to represent under root 9.3 on number line. Student, we have done for simple number like root 2, root 5, root 7, root 10, root 11, root 25, all the root 26, all this number we have done. But here we need to represent a decimal number which is in square root on number line. Here I will explain you with the help of an video. Okay, and these are the steps given these are the steps of this construction. Okay, let us move to the video and understand how to represent 9.3 on number line. So students, we are going to solve question number 4. Represent under root 9.3 on number line. So first step, what we need to do is, we will draw a line segment measuring 9.3. You need to draw a line segment of measurement 9.3. Let us mark this point as A and this point as O. This point as A and this point as O. Now what we need to do is, we will extend this line segment. We will extend this line segment. Okay, so this is our point O. Now next step, what you need, this is measurement 9.3. From here means AO is 9.3. Now next step, what you need to do is, you need to measure 1 centimeter from O. Mark it as B. Mark the point as B. So our AB, distance AB will become 10.3. Our AO is 9.3 and this distance is 1 centimeter. Now next step, what you need to do, in the next step, what you need to do is, you need to take an arc from point A and from point B. From point A and from point B on both sides of this line segment. From A as well as, from B as well as from A. You need to take arc. Is it clear? This way we have taken the arc. Now what we will do, we will join the intersection point of this arc. Now we are joining intersection point. Mark this point. Let's take this point as P. Let's take this point as P. Now considering P as center, take an radius or take an length equals to AP, this much distance, okay, and draw a semicircle. Draw a semicircle which touches point B also, which will touch point B. So this way we have drawn a semicircle. Now our next step is what? Now we will draw a perpendicular from this point, from point O. We will draw a perpendicular from point O. So we will draw a perpendicular from point O. Let us take a point with the help of protractor. Now perpendicular means 90 degree. So I have marked this point. Now we will draw a arc here, this way, which this arc touches the semicircle at point Q. Suppose at point Q. Now next step is what? You need to measure OQ. You need to measure OQ. Measure OQ distance and draw an arc. Wherever the arc touches this line segment, let us take this point, the point of intersection, as M. Suppose this point is M. So this distance OM, the distance OM, this distance OM is under root 9.3 centimeter. This distance OM will be equals to under root in the square root 9.3 centimeter. We have taken the scale in centimeter. Is it clear? So again I am explaining one by one. First of all, we will draw a line. We will draw a line of 9.3 centimeter. Let us take this point A and B, then A and O, 9.3 centimeter, AO. Now we will extend this line to some distance or to some length. Now we will take another point from O, OB, which is 1 centimeter in distance. Now what we will do, we will take arcs from point A as well as from point B on the both side, from point A and from point B. While joining the intersection point of this arc, we got point P. By taking this point P as center, we need to draw a semicircle. In the next step, you will take perpendicular from point O. This you can take with the help of protractor. Perpendicular from point O, which touches the semicircle at Q. Now measure the distance OQ and draw an arc. Wherever this arc touches on the line and this intersection point come to be M. So distance OM, this distance OM will be equals to 9.3 centimeter, 9.3 unit. So now question number 5. Rationalize the denominator. All this kind of question we have done in our previous videos also, in our Zoom class also, and now I am showing you the solution for these all 4 question of question number 5. So first we need to rationalize 1 by root 7. First we need to identify what will be the rationalizing factor. We know that root 7, the rationalizing factor is root 7 only. So root 7 will be multiplied in numerator and denominator as well. 1 into root 7, root 7, root 7 multiplied root 7 is 7. Question number 2, 1 upon root 7 minus root 6. First we need to identify rationalizing factor. Here the number is a minus b, so its rationalizing factor will be a plus b. So it means its rationalizing factor is root 7 plus root 6. So we need to multiply rationalizing factor in numerator as well as in denominator. So our number will be 1 upon root 7 minus root 6 multiplied by root 7 plus root 6 in numerator upon root 7 plus root 6 in denominator. When we multiply it with 1, it will be same. Whenever any number or any quantity multiplied with 1, it will remain same. And in denominator, identity is formed, a plus b, a minus b. So a square minus b square. In numerator, again as it is, root 7 plus root 6. In denominator, root 7 square will be 7 and root 6 square will be 6. So 7 minus 6 is 1. So final answer is root 7 plus root 6. And last 2 questions you need to do by yourself. So this way we have completed our exercise 1.5. I hope you all have got all the answers. And thank you.